Can a family enjoy a Holland America cruise? Watch our full tour and review of Holland America Koningsdam to find out. Typically, Holland America is popular amongst seniors and older adults, so we weren't really sure how it would be with our family. We brought our family with 3 teenagers on the cruise, and we're going to tell you about what our experience was like. Let's start by talking about the deck. The Lido pool deck had a decent-sized pool and comfortable lounge chairs. They also had an unlimited supply of towels, which was different from some of the other cruise lines that we've been on. This was a real positive for our family. This deck had 3 hot tubs, all a little bit smaller than we would have liked. Unlike Celebrity and Royal Caribbean cruises we've been on, there were no upper deck hot tubs, which we did miss. There were lots of comfortable seating options, with most of them being undercover. One other significant drawback was the retractable roof that covered the pool deck. This ship often cruises to Alaska, and while this feature may make sense on an Alaskan cruise, we found on our warmer cruise to Mexico it did limit airflow and sunlight. A positive was the use of the pool deck for nightly movies. Despite these minor flaws, we spent the majority of our time at the Lido pool deck and really enjoyed it. However, something that was disappointing to us was that the only other pool deck on board was smoking friendly. Despite the beautiful views, the smoking meant this was an environment that our family did not want to spend time in. Because of how strong the smell of smoke was, we did not see very many families here. This was definitely viewed as a negative for us. Wrapping up the deck section of the review, we did overall enjoy the deck spaces. The deck was incredibly clean at almost all times, and the older cruisers meant that there was a very relaxing environment. We rate this section a 7 out of 10. On to the staterooms. We stayed with our whole family, all 5 of us, in one room, and it was really nice that Holland America offers this as it makes it a lot more affordable. Our room had 1 king bed, a double pull-out couch, and a single bed that came down from the ceiling. All beds were really comfortable and everyone had great night's sleep. Another great bonus was the TV, which had great on-demand and live options. While it is a small room, we loved how efficiently the space was used. We had 2 shower rooms, which was great for a bigger family. Everyone noticed how nice the showers were, and the rooms were kept incredibly clean. Stewards came in twice a day to convert our beds from day to night and tidy up. The stewards were very friendly, and they made sure to go the extra mile to make sure your experience was really special. We also enjoyed the complimentary room service. We had a small window which was great for looking out at ports, and we even got to see some whales. We rate the room a solid 8.5 out of 10. Because this cruise line isn't necessarily marketed towards younger families, you won't be finding any water slides or bumper cars. That being said, there are still plenty of facilities to keep you entertained. Starting off with the gym, there was a nice variety of equipment, and it was often not very busy. This is one of my favorite gyms that I've seen on a cruise thus far. On the topic of fitness, while the jogging track was quite small at 140 meters, it was still a great way to get some open-air exercise. There's also a second walking track, which is a bit longer on the 3rd floor. The sport court was another great space to stay active during the cruise. There were basketball competitions and pickleball games. This was an area on the cruise that felt a bit more family-oriented. There were shops and a casino, though we didn't spend much time there. Our family spent plenty of time up in the crow's nest where you could borrow games and read books from the lending library. We'll give the amenities on the ship an 8. Now it's time for entertainment, if you can call it that. This is the world stage, where they had a beautiful open space and surround screens. We were underwhelmed by the variety of performances in this space, and we felt it was underutilized. While we did enjoy the Planet Earth screenings, we did not enjoy the dance performances, which made up the bulk of the entertainment in this area. While on previous ships we've been on, we really looked forward to the nightly entertainment, but on this ship, the quality was just not there. We're also sad to report that smaller stage entertainment venues, such as B.B. King's, Rolling Stone Rock Room, and Billboard, were also not great. We found that some of the live bands performing were pretty decent, but we found that the activities were the real weak spot here. There were not many options for entertainment activities on board, and most of the options were geared more towards older audiences and also lacked creativity. There was mostly a focus on trivia games, and the hosts did not make it that engaging. While we were never bored on the ship, we found that the entertainment on Holland America was definitely not on the same level as some of the other ships we've been on, especially for families. However, some highlights for our family did include bringing on a local mariachi band, a fun ping pong tournament, as well as a memorable New Year's Eve party. Combining all these factors, Sorry, but we have to give a 5.5. It's time to eat. Let's talk about food. The food was high quality and delicious. With 2 picky eaters and a vegetarian, we still were really satisfied. We did not indulge in any specialty dining, as we found that the dining included in our fare was more than we could ask for. We ate most nights at the dining room, and we found that the experience was similar to what you'd find at a fine dining restaurant. With great service and a rotating menu of delicious meals, we looked forward to eating here every night. We only ate breakfast in the dining room once, but we really loved it. The dress code was a bit fancier than we were used to on some of the other cruises we've been on, but this does make sense considering the older demographic. The other place that we spent a lot of our time was the Lido Market, which is the main buffet on board. It was nice to have this as a more quick and casual option. It was also close to the pool, and everyone in the family had options to eat. Insider tip, our go-tos were the taco bar, the crepe station, and the omelets. We loved the addition of the midnight snack bar, which we hadn't really seen before on a cruise. In the off chance that you were still hungry, even after a full day of eating, this meant you could sneak in one last little snack. If we had one complaint, it would be that sometimes you had to wait a little bit longer in the lines than you would have liked for some of the stations, and that at peak hours you couldn't always find exactly where you wanted to sit. This was a great spot for families, as this was a more relaxed atmosphere and there were options for younger kids. When it comes to poolside dining, we were actually really impressed. The Dive-In Burger Bar had grab-and-go burgers as well as made-to-order options and fries. There was quite a creative menu with things like chicken guacamole burgers and Beyond Meat patties. We also loved to stop at the New York Deli and Pizza for a quick slice or salad. And of course, what's Holland America without a Dutch cafe? Make sure to try their Dutch signature pancakes, which are the poffertjes? I don't really know how to say it. It was such a cute and cozy space, and it felt like you were transported right into Holland. We proudly endorse this food with a 9 out of 10. So, after all this, would we recommend this to other families, and what were our overall impressions? With our experience on 3 different cruise lines, you really can't go wrong being out at sea, and it's going to be great no matter what. With that being said, we want to help your family find the best ship for your needs. So is the Holland America line right for you? We think it is if you enjoy high quality food, if entertainment and activities are not your top priority, if you enjoy an overall relaxing atmosphere, if you want to spend time together as a family, and if you wish to be on a very clean and well-maintained ship. We made this video because when our mom was researching this cruise line, we didn't really find a lot of information about what it's like for families or younger people. Overall, we loved our time on the ship and we would definitely do it again. If you'd like to hear our opinion about Holland America versus other cruise lines, please leave a comment down below and make sure to like and subscribe.